Chapter 2.1 Tables. Within Chapter 1.2 we looked at the data browser and the locate tool in detail. We're going to use those tools to create and view different statistical tables. To do so though, first of all I'm going to log into the system because I want to have access to some additional functionality that is restricted to non-registered users. So now I'm going to use the data browser to locate a simple data set. Let's say we want to look at sustainable communities, and we want to look at some crime and antisocial behaviour, and we're going to look at it for the whole of South Yorkshire, but we can use the simple data query tools to drill down and look at that data at different geographic levels. So we're interested in this scenario in statistical information at 2005 ward level. So I'm going to select that information and view it in the Origin Data Viewer. Now, because I've logged into the system this time round, we have an extra tool called Pivot and Publish. Using the Pivot and Publish table, I can take this data table and I can reformat it, much like you would in Microsoft Excel. So let's say in this example we want to look at one period in time. Let's say we want to look at 4 periods of data. We want to look at all the variables, but we're only interested in one specific ward, such as the central ward. We can then have the system generate a table of that information, pivoted accordingly. From within here, I can export this into Excel, print it, or, more appropriate, share it with other users. And I can use simple formatting tools if I want to apply some style and some other type of layout and context to this here. And I can then use the share function to take this table and share it with a wider audience. This is useful if you have private data sets that you don't have available to all your users, but you want to take a snapshot and share with a small set of users. Within the data table functions of the Origin Data Viewer, we also have export tools. This allows us to take any amount of the data from this query and export it in a variety of formats, such as Excel, Word, HTML and XML. That information can then be brought into Excel and used in any type of offline analysis, such as systems like SPSS, map-info, or any other desktop client that you might want to integrate with your data store.